What angle am I at? Okay. Oh yeah, I have the mic on.
Okay.
Hello, this is Unscripted Strength. I'm Ethan. This is
Day.
We're just gonna do what we normally do and talk about whatever's on our mind, and maybe it's silly and stupid, maybe it's not. But you should comment, subscribe, like, follow, give us a 5-star rating on Spotify or iTunes. I don't know if they do that there, but
Yeah, I don't know.
tell people to follow us, and yeah, I mean that would be greatly appreciated. And if you don't talk to me in real life. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
If you watch the video and don't subscribe, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
What Ethan said.
Yeah, that's about it. The first thing we're going to do is talk about our progress or where we're at in lifting. So I'm going to let Day go first because mine's terrible.
Mine's not exciting, so there's that. Same thing as normal, just going through. I've been trying to switch a few things up. So in terms of the lifting side of things, just different movements since I've been running this for quite a bit, but keeping the same structure now, just like, variety of movements and my accessories. Switching up the front squat, I do want to switch it up to the belt squat and use the belt squat attachment, but that has not been built yet, so I anticipate that in like 3 weeks.
Are you just burned out from front squats?
Yeah, burnt out from front squats, and it's not anything with the axial loading of the front squats. Like I don't have any issue with that. I just want a little bit more variety right now.
That's fair.
Also, I just bought the belt squat attachment, so it's like I want to use it, and I'm very like I really want to get my hands on it already. So it's mostly because of that. So lifting wise, not much has changed, just like a few changes here and there in terms of movements, but the whole structure is still the same.
How many lifting days per week? How many cardio days per week?
So lifting right now, for the past 3 weeks, it's been 4 instead of 5. But that's just because I'm combining one of the 5th day. I'm just spreading it out throughout the week. So I just add like one exercise on one day, so each day has an extra exercise. It's just I needed the extra day to not do that. And then lifting, running wise or cardio wise, that's 5 to 6 days a week. If it's 6 days, I have a 6-day structure, right? And then one of them's like optional depending on how I feel. Like if I feel like trash, don't do it. If I feel good, then hey, go on the Stairmaster or whatever. I added in more threshold running days in there, so I'm going through like a threshold heavy block right now.
Okay.
So with that pace that I hold for my threshold, I'm doing 2 threshold sessions and kind of like interval style, right? Like 8 sets of 3 minutes with 2 minutes off doing that. So they're a little longer and like essentially you're going to like RPE 7-8 with that, but you're not like going to complete exhaustion like you would with like a VO2 max type of training day. So working on that, and then the rest of the days are pretty easy. And then one of the easy days is like a longer day. Ultimately, like the goal is not within the next year, like at a year and a half, maybe even 2 years, do like an ultra, like a 50-miler I would like to do. So now I'm trying to like just build a base and make those long run days a little longer. So instead of going for a typical, let's say 9 to 11 miles, I'm going to start pushing it, not right away, but eventually like my long runs, I want them to be like 15, 20 miles range.
Marathon, just practice marathons.
Basically, yeah.
Practice marathons.
Being very careful with that, but yeah.
Dude, I'm such a meathead. I have to run more. I have a few questions, or a funny thing to pick out that I think is hilarious between the two of us. Is you were like, I cut a day off of my lifting, and by that I mean I condensed 5 into 4. I just did a different kind of math than most people do. Yeah. Because if I told you I cut a day off, I'm axing the day.
The day is good.
I'm not doing those lifts. And you were like, yeah, I should probably pull it back a little bit and cut a day off. So I'm going to take these 4 exercises and put them on these days and do them later. I'm going to take these 3 exercises and put them on this day and do them later. So instead of doing 5, you're doing like 2 a days on 2 of the days?
4. No, because my 5th day, either way, was only 4 exercises. So it was super easy for... One of them was bicep curls. Another one was tricep extension.
Out, though, did you?
Absolutely not. Yeah. So what I did was the 4 training days that I have, I just tacked on 1 exercise to each.
So to be clear to everyone listening, you did not reduce your volume at all.
No.
You just included it on a shorter time frame.
Yep. Yep.
Just want to make that clear.
Yes. And okay, I'm glad you're making this very clear because like I've also been exhausted
I
the
wonder
past
why.
like
That's so
2
crazy,
weeks.
dude.
I've been so tired. So
Well, and I have no room to talk. My training, to be clear, has been terrible. 3 weeks ago, I did a 6 mile run, or a 3 mile run, which felt fantastic.
yeah.
And then, I must have been 3 weeks now. And I woke up the next morning with like a 8 or, like probably an 8 out of 10 pain in my ankle.
Oh,
Like
no
on the
way.
outside of my ankle, like right at the bottom of this bump on the outside of my
no.
ankle. Terrible. Like pulling my foot off the gas pedal would
Yeah.
shoot like all the way up to my hip.
Jeez.
And I'd have to lift my whole leg off. It was terrible. And that was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just like misery.
Oh, wow.
I didn't do anything. Walking was okay, but if I
Yeah.
like pushed my knee forward at all, or like
Yeah.
stepping up stuff was just like not painful because you have to like lift your foot and come back
Yeah.
up. And then like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday it starts to get better. Wednesday it goes from, during the beginning of the week, it goes from super sharp pain to like dull, achy pain. So I was like, okay, I'm probably like getting out of this. Like touching it was not as painful anymore, like on the insertion. And then Wednesday I ran 1 mile. I hadn't run in a week. And then because I was so frustrated about my ankle, I'm a giant baby, like we've discussed in the past. So that week after my ankle got messed up, I lifted twice, and they were 30-minute sessions. So it was fine. I still lifted,
Yeah.
ran 1 mile, and was just like pissed.
Yeah.
Just so annoyed that I couldn't keep running. So then I work out twice, like maybe an hour total, maybe a little longer. And then last week, I worked out 3 times. I ran 1 mile. And my ankle feels fine now, but I just have not. Sometimes just like little injuries. And I was really busy at work, so then it was just like I did not make the time for it. So that's how my training's going, is dog shit. So, but this week's a lot better, and I'm gonna start running tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm not too worried about it. I think I don't have like the marathon's my big goal, but I might have to push that out a little bit farther for other reasons.
For sure.
But yeah, I just like, that has been a struggle for me with like after kickboxing, I did powerlifting, was like the next thing I tried. And in that was just like some learning Olympic lifting. Like you did the seminar for us, and that was like after my powerlifting, I was like really into Olympic stuff. I messed my back up twice. But like when you have a goal, like something that you want to execute on, it's much easier to get there and to see like little checkpoints. But like right now, you know. So for anyone listening who doesn't have like a big goal and you feel like you can't get in the gym, there's probably a reason for this.
Yeah.
And it's because I don't have like a clear direction. So then like the workouts are just, I don't really have a purpose of like I'm there. Other than not to lose my mind, which apparently sometimes is not good enough. It doesn't drive you enough. You're like, well, I could have a panic attack today. That'd be fine. I'm cool with that. I don't need to worry about those. So I'm lifting more, but
Yeah. I think also like you were getting into it going from 0 to 100 pretty quick
I was
in a
gonna
short
say
timeline.
I don't have much room to give you shit about cutting your 5th day into the rest of your days, because I went from 0 mileage in like a decade.
Yeah.
I just like didn't run.
Yeah.
When I kickboxed, I ran a little bit, but not much. Did a lot of like jump rope and like echo bikes and rowings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went from 0 mileage to like, I felt like if I didn't run more than a mile every session, it just wasn't good enough, which I know is so stupid. And in the first like 3 weeks of running, I ran a 5K. Oh yeah, it was, my practice for this 5K was the Murph we did. Like I signed up for this 5K like 6 weeks.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I ran a few times and was like, it'll be fine. It's going to be hard. And then the Murph was like, or the 5K was like 2 weeks away. The Murph was up and I was like, this will be perfect training for a 5K. You have to run 2 miles in between a workout. This will be sick. And so I did that. Then I did the 5K. And then after that, my shortest run is a mile normally. And then I was just running like 3 mile intervals every time.
Yeah.
And I went from like 2 to 4 miles a week on like average to like 9 or 11 very quickly. Which is just, I know why my ankle hurts. I don't want anyone to
it's
think
not like, oh my God.
I don't understand why this happened. I had never done a 4 mile run. I've never run over 3.2 miles. And then something in my head was like, I should go. Man, saying this really makes me sound stupid. I have the information, and I'm good at disseminating that for other people. I do not listen to any rules I have for anyone. And I know that I've said that to people, but I am my own worst client by miles.
Yeah. I think I have the same issue too.
I was short on mileage by 6 miles one week. This
no.
is the week before my ankle started hurting. I was 6 miles short. I have never run more than 3.2 miles. I ran 6 miles on a treadmill. That was the treadmill run. Was being 6 miles short for the week, which means I had only run 3 miles that whole week.
Yeah.
And was like, well, I might as well. It's for Saturday, so I have to get it in today.
Yeah.
And then was like, I've never run on a treadmill, so what if I ran on a treadmill for 6 miles?
Yeah.
And I did it.
Which is also a beast within itself, right?
So,
oh, dang. Okay.
So if you guys start running, go find a plan and follow that. And I could write it. I'm sure I could write a running plan that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to go find someone to write me a plan because then I'll listen to someone else. But if I write it immediately, I'm like, this moron. I'm not listening to this stupid shit. Whoever, I don't know who wrote this, but he's dumb.
I think with me, it's like as I write my stuff, I'm like, I'm being soft. I need to add more. And that's my issue. Mm-hmm. And like, I really need to have someone else, honestly, like, because at this point, like, you know, like, you yourself know that you have the knowledge to write a program. Mm-hmm. I know that I have the knowledge to write a program. Like, I'm not trying to prove anything to myself. I just need to have someone else do it for me because, like, at this point, I'm making stupid decisions on, like, you know, I've been super exhausted. So I'll take that 5th day and I'm just going to spread it throughout the week and say that I have 4 days. Like, you're an idiot.
Yeah, but it's easy because you're not beholden to anybody.
Yeah.
You're beholden to yourself.
Yeah.
And that's like, I'll just look in the mirror and tell me to shut up. I'm like, all right. Yeah, checks out. Checks out. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, even on, I think on one of the podcasts I was saying, like, I'm going to lighten up. Like, not be so intense on my leg days. When I was like, when I got into like 9 to 11 miles. In like 3 weeks, I had done a similar amount. And like the second week in, I had front squats, which you can't ever go as heavy as your back squats. So like the leg load is never as much, unless you're like a super experienced front squatter, like you're an Olympic lifter. For most people, their their front squats are probably like 30% under their back squats.
Something like that.
So I was like, there's no way I'm gonna like torch my legs. I got there. And I did like 2 front squats at like 135. And I was like, I'm just not feeling this. So I just took the plates off and put on a trap bar. And then did like, I think 405 for 2 sets of 5. It's just like, I wrote the plan. I had it on my phone. I just locked my phone and threw it down and was like, I'm not going to listen to this anymore. So I'm just going to do trap bar deadlifts because I feel like the running has made me feel like I can't lift. And that makes me feel like a giant baby. And you know what makes me feel like not a giant baby? Really heavy deadlifts.
Yeah.
Is that smart in my global plan of doing stuff? Absolutely not. But if I knew someone was looking at this plan and was going to text me and be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, oh, doing what you asked me to do. Sorry.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah.
Is what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
So my training's going great.
Yeah.
I have 0 miles this week so far. And I've got accumulated 2 miles from the last 2 weeks.
Okay. All right.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll go.
I'll be fine.
You'll be fine. I mean, that's more than what you did the past 10 years.
That's true. That's a really good point. And I ran a mile last week on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And not that that matters. But I did it in 9 minutes and 50 seconds, which is way faster than I was doing it.
Yeah.
And it felt easy.
Yeah. There you go.
Basically, you just run really hard for 2 months, and then you're in perfect shape to run a marathon.
Listen, sir, you are fit.
I'm a scientist.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll take your job.
I remember, I don't think she'll be listening to this. If she is, that'd be awesome. But one of my good friends, I actually met her earlier this year. We just met, and like within like an hour of us talking with each other, we're best friends. And she was an intern at the U of A, former softball player at UTEP. And I was like, you should go on a run with me.
Oh,
right?
God.
Softball player, she doesn't run. She doesn't like running.
I hate you runners so much for saying stupid things like this to people. It's such a deceptive, rude behavior that all runners have. And they do it to all of us fatsos who hate running.
No, here's
all
the
of
thing.
us deconditioned.
She's like,
knuckle dragging morons. They're like, I could go run with this runner. This is gonna be a great idea.
Like, she is a great athlete, like very, very strong, you know, the whole thing. So I'm like, and she's young too. She's 22.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Something like that. So I'm like, she's fucking fine. She'll be fine. And so I was like, I do a long run on Sundays, super slow. Yeah, I took her on the long run. So she goes with me.
She'd have been better at the tempo runs.
Yeah, probably. That would have been better. She goes with me, and it was fun. Like, the whole time we're talking, it was great, blah, blah, blah. I think we grabbed food after. Like, it was a great Sunday thing. Dude, her foot was fucked up for, like, a whole week. And then she's like, and she's also a strength coach, right?
Yeah.
So she's like,
dumb.
Why are we both thinking like this?
Yeah.
Where it's like, I haven't run at all, and then I go and do an 8-mile run with you. She's fine. I think it made her stronger.
Yeah.
Mentally and physically.
I think that is, well, especially at 22. Whatever.
Yeah.
And is she not an athlete anymore?
She is she's no longer like a competitive athlete.
Break her.
So yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
That's a mental
And
toughness
she's
thing.
like, you know, she's one of those people, like, she likes training. She's good at training. Like, she pushes herself. So, like, she's so young and has like a long athletic background.
Yeah.
So I'm like, she'll bounce back from it quick. But I also went through a thing of panic of like, if she can't lift again, she's going to kill me with her bare hands. So there's that too.
You know, I resent runners for this behavior. Like, I went with my friend Jose, the one who did the pentathlon, and he texted me I don't know, a while ago and was like, "Hey, let's go do a 4-mile run." It was like 5:30. It must have been like a month ago. So it was like 98, 99 now.
Oh yeah.
And we went on the river path at like, I don't know, Cortero or Ina and Silverbell, and he was like, "Oh, let's just do a quick 4 miles," which was at that point. Oh no, I had done 4 miles, so my 6 was the longest, but 4 was the longest I'd ever run, and it was with him. And he was like, "Let's just do an easy 4-miler." And in my head, I'm like, I've never run 4 miles, but it's only 1 mile more than 3 miles, and I've done that, so that should be easy.
Yeah.
But it's 90. It was like 99, and it's like sunset, so the sun is like, I don't know, it's like an hour and a half before sunset.
Okay.
It's like 5:40, 5:30.
Yeah.
So the sun is just like directly in our face.
Yeah.
And I'm running on this path, and he keeps like, "Oh, I'm out of shape, I'm out of shape, I'm out of shape." But it's like if you were like, "Hey, let's go on a run, I'm a little out of shape right now." And I went with you, the difference is huge. So we go running, and he has, just like every other stupid runner and person who has good cardio, I go running with him, and he's just talking to me the whole time.
And you're just like, shut up.
Yeah, and I can't breathe, and he makes fun. Well, this is a terrible thing, because I was running with a 26-ounce metal water bottle because I didn't have any running equipment, which I know is not the best thing ever, but honestly, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's kind of heavy, but it keeps your water cold.
That's all that matters.
So he gives me one of those little gross water sack that are disgusting. It's like a floppy whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'll take this. It's easier to carry. And we hit our 1.5 miles, and the water is as hot as it is outside. And I'm dying. I can't.
Yeah.
My legs are fried. I'm breathing hard. My heart rate's like 184, and we're going like 11-minute pace.
Yeah.
And he's talking to me. He's fine. And I'm like, we get to the end of 2 miles, and if you've ever run before, it's not like anything else where you, like in a lift, you could just cut it and be like, 45 minutes, I'm toast, I'm done. I'm going to walk out of the gym.
Yeah.
You have to run back.
Yeah,
you have to
that's
go
true.
back to your car.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just like you guys think that it is like, let me take this non-runner on a fun run real quick. There's no fun about it when you're bad at it. There's like, I've lifted for a while and watched people start from lifting having never done it and find enjoyment so quickly.
Yeah.
It is never fun when you're bad at running. It
True.
is so bad at first. And runners in like the most wholesome way are like, "Hey, you should come run with me. We'll have a great time." And I'm like, I literally by myself don't have a good time because I'm in so much agony doing this stupid thing you guys think is so much fun. And I know it's like kind of fun now, like I'm enjoying it more, but the Ore Valley Run Club, a bunch of our clients are in the Ore Valley Run Club. And I was talking to one of them, and she wants me to come to their run club, and I'll probably go.
Yeah.
But she was like, Jose did this to me too, but she was like, yeah, it's super easy. Like, you can run at whatever pace you want. We warm up. We normally like run a mile or two for the warm up, and then we do our run. And I was like, what do you mean you warm up for a mile or two?
Yeah.
That's my run. And she's like, yeah, well, then we do like intervals, or do like 7 to 12 miles, but you can just kind of run whatever you want. And I was like, yeah, I'll run a mile and then turn around, and you guys are like, I hung out with you for 9 minutes. What are you talking about? This is not fun.
Yeah.
So I think some runners forget what it's like to be terrible at running. And they're like, nah, dude, come on. We'll have a good time. I'll talk to you. You'll huff and taste blood the whole time. And then it'll be sick. We'll talk after, and you'll throw up a little bit. You'll have a great time.
It is crazy. They are kind of like out of touch with that. And they're so wholesome about it, like you said, like so inviting, so warm. But it's like the triathlon team is also like they see that I'm running and they'll be like, hey, you should come run with us. And it's like, okay, all right. Like, let's bring down, like, let's go, come back to earth. Like, you're running at like a 5:30 minute mile pace. And I am not.
Like full sprint. I don't.
For like 10 yards. That's what I did. Like,
no thanks.
So
absolutely not.
It's so funny. I think it's just like a thing with like runners, endurance athletes. Like they have a great community, but they forget that not everyone could hang. No. And it's like
hard.
It's not easy. Yeah.
And it's like, it's so different. Oh my God, this Diet Coke.
Oh, I know.
The Diet Coke.
My Fresco's also.
Anyway. Like, we could go lift with, like, anyone you're thinking of from, like, any lifting section. Even, like, Olympic athletes. We could go lift with, like, the best of the best, and it's not going to feel that weird, as long as they're nice people.
Yeah.
Because they hit their thing. You either have a bar next to them, or you just both rip weights on and off quickly, and you go. And you really just work at your own level when you're lifting weights.
That's true.
It's so easy. Like, if you go lift with a buddy, and they're really strong, and you're just getting into it, and you go do machines at LA Fitness, you guys just talk the whole time, and he sits down and puts the pin here, and you sit down and put the pin here. Yeah. And there's just no, like, weird stuff about it. You both worked to a level that's like, man, this is good, whatever. Yeah. We're both growing, fine. Running is not that way.
That is true, because you have to hang. Someone has to dictate the pace.
Yeah. And if you have a friend that's a runner and you're just getting into it, like, if I had started correctly, my first run I did when I was running for that was the Murph, and I tried to run that whole thing. Running for a mile when you've never run before is not a smart thing to try out, right? Like, that's
an all-out mile.
Yeah, that's basically an all-out mile. Yeah. No matter what your pace is, like, if you're not in great shape, you're like, I'm going to start running. Sometimes running for 30 seconds is what's achievable. But I think online sometimes, like, you get this, like, oh, just go warm up with a mile real quick. So, not to rant on running, because I have been enjoying it. And also, I have admitted that I'm kind of stupid when it comes to following my own rules. Because, like, I know how it's supposed to be done. Yeah. But, like, if you're going to get into running... that's what I was going to say. It's hard if you have a running friend, and they're like, hey, come run with me. Because you're just going to drag them down to a 14-minute pace. And they're just going to be, like, walking next to you. Like, if they're a good friend, and they're like, oh, dude, don't worry about it. Like, we'll do this until you're caught up. But otherwise, like, you're just a slug. Yeah. An actual slug, or you're pushing way too hard, and then you get injured. Yeah. Because you're like, I have to keep up with my friend. I don't want to run a 15-minute pace to do this easy run. They're running a 9-minute pace, so I'm just going to sprint for a mile and throw up at the end. Yeah. So, that's my rant on runners. Yeah. That's all I have about them.
There was this video I was watching this morning. Have you ever heard of the Buttery Bros?
I don't know.
They're big in the CrossFit space. So they're these, like, vloggers, these two guys, well, I think it's 3 of them now, and they go around and they do different videos. Like, they'll go to a bunch of CrossFit gyms and, like, you know, work out in the community. They go to, like, a bunch of CrossFit events. They themselves will, you know, do some type of training, or they'll do some type of race. So they just posted a video, I think it was yesterday, and so I watched it this morning. Yeah, I watched it this morning, of them doing a full marathon. And one of the guys was more prepared for it than the other. He was like, because he trained for a triathlon not too long ago, a 70.3. And so he decided to, on a whim, kind of do this full marathon. And I know it was like kind of on a whim, but he's like kind of prepared, but also like there's some other level of preparedness that you need. And the other guy of that group, he decided to join in, I think like the day before, the morning of, signed up for it, and he had like nothing. And so like they're both running the same pace at the beginning, like nice and chill, like getting the groove of it, and then like somewhere within like I think mile 14 or something like that, the other guy, like who was more prepared because he's been training for like triathlons and everything, kind of took off. And this guy was like, he's like, I couldn't like feel my legs.
Yeah, dead.
And he was like dead.
Yeah.
And like surprisingly, he finished at like a 10.5-minute mile pace. So he's like, these dudes have a good level of fitness, so they're not like just walking it. Like he still was able to finish.
That's so fast.
So like he's still able to finish and all that. But it's like you're saying, 2 levels of fitness or preparedness. I wouldn't say fitness. And then one of them was just like, I just can't hang. There was like way too much load on his legs that they weren't like accustomed to. Like aerobically, he would have been able to do it, no issues. It was definitely like the muscular and
Can't handle it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. There was this guy on Instagram a while ago, and I don't know his backstory, but the whole video is him trashed at a party, super drunk, and he's like, I think people are like egging him on. And they're like, you can't run a marathon. I don't think he's prepared. Like even in the slightest.
Is he young?
Mid-20s.
Okay.
Frat looking guy. Big, like strong, athletic looking guy.
Okay.
But hammered. And they're like, you can't do this. And he's like, I could run one. And there's a marathon tomorrow, and that's where they're talking smack, and it's in the city. And he wakes up, and I think he has like another beer, a few donuts, and then runs the whole marathon. So sometimes I am like, maybe I'm just a giant baby.
I know.
I'm sure he's built a little different, but like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, maybe we have like some weird bias. I think about this all the time that like, I think you get enough information, you know enough that, and like so many people I see post this where it's like the bell curve. And on both ends of the bell curve, you think the same thing. It's like the horseshoe theory. You come to the same conclusion.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this doesn't matter because it's stupid. And at the other end, you're like, this doesn't matter because it just doesn't matter. It's not helpful anymore. So sometimes I think you're like, you know a lot, but you just need to be a dog sometimes. Like there's so much thinking. This is the conversation we were just having off camera about optimizing stuff. Do you need to optimize things, or are you just not working hard enough? That drives me crazy. Just work harder. Like, why am I not seeing progress? Well, because you don't give any effort when you're here. That's why you're not seeing progress. Because every time I ask you to lift up a heavier weight, you argue with me. That's it. And like you can't, and this is not targeted at anybody, but I think at some point, like if you want to do something, just do it. Stop thinking about how to get there and just like go do the thing, And I think, I don't know, I'm a big fan of just pushing. Just push a little bit harder. And I think people just don't want to give the effort. Now, I'm not saying anyone should go get hammered and run a marathon unless you want to. Yeah. And then call me and I'll videotape it and try to run it with you because that'd be kind of fun. But I don't know. It doesn't need to be optimized. Just go do stuff. You can get rhabdo. You can Google what rhabdo is. If you're a very untrained person, do not do this stuff. Like, don't go try to run a marathon. This guy is like kind of jacked. You can tell he exercises. Some level of fitness, yeah. If you are deconditioned, untrained, don't play that game. Like the long endurance stuff is no joke. Can make you. Rhabdo is very dangerous, and happens to like women go to cycling classes and the adrenaline's so high and they're like so into it that they will get rhabdo. Yeah, CrossFit's big for rhabdo. It basically means muscles break down, you start to die. That's essentially what happens.
Your kidneys shut down.
Yeah, your kidneys shut off. You have to go to the hospital. It's very bad. So if you're untrained, please don't go run a marathon. Don't do the beer thing. I have to move this forward. Don't do the beer thing. Don't listen to me. But I feel like I had to get that out there. Yeah. Because that can be actually very dangerous to do stupid stuff like that.
Yeah. And I think so you were just saying like the whole optimal thing and how, your shorts are running up.
My shorty shorts are running up my legs.
People want optimal. That's like the main word that's thrown out there. One of the main words in like the fitness world is optimal. And the past 3-4 weeks have been kind of hectic for me with like things popping up, traveling, blah blah blah, the whole thing. So my goal was to still try to keep up with running as frequently as I was, but to kind of push the total volume I'm doing per week without any structure, because I don't know what each day entails. Some days were really long and I didn't have a lot of energy or time, so I had to kind of improvise, but still just like push that envelope a little bit, and with no plan though to do it. And it's like some days it was 5 days a week I could run, other weeks it was, some weeks were 5 days a week, other weeks were 6, some I could only do 4.
Yeah.
So again, it was kind of like mindless, like, I'm just going to accumulate what I can, but there's no optimal way of doing this. It's just like winging it.
Yeah.
And then if like I feel like trash one day, then I'm going to have to find another way of getting some aerobic work and find like the equivalent in the running metrics. And, and I think that's shutting your brain off a little bit and going through that. And then there's the opposite side of it where people want optimal so much because, not because, but they want optimal. They don't want to push that envelope. But then there's also that if you tell them like, hey, push the envelope and just keep pushing and working hard, and they're just like, okay, I'm going to do that. But then it's like, now you're working too hard and you're under recovered and whatever. And I think that's the balance that people struggle with. It's like, all right, I should be pushing hard, but like, what about all this recovery stuff? Because now I feel like absolute trash and now I'm actually regressing. And it's like, where's that balance? And I think people take things like, hey, push hard, and they go to some extreme and they're like, no, recover. So then they're trying to find some optimal, easy way of doing things. And it's like, okay, you're going to meet somewhere in the middle here. Like, you can't just like go one way. But I think that's the issue that's going on.
If people are very binary in that thinking.
Yeah.
I think that's an issue with people just in general.
Yeah.
Is that they can't, it's either on or off with everything.
Yeah.
Like, if I tell you I need you to send it, even in like, I try to be very specific with my language when I tell people that, where I'm like, hey, sometimes you just need to push a little bit harder.
Yeah.
It's okay to not do the optimal thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying do it all the time. I'm not saying every workout needs to be a blast out death, like a death drag. But sometimes they should be. I would say that it's pretty binary that you need to try to recover as well as possible. Like, you need to recover.
Yeah.
Like, your sleep should be good, your nutrition should be good, all that stuff. But sometimes it just can't be.
Yeah.
And that has to be okay too.
Yeah.
But people don't like swimming in the gray area because it's like, is this right? And it's like, yeah, I mean, is it right given the situation you're in? Yeah. Like, you were like, I'm unsure about how much I can even do. I'm unsure that I could even have a structure for this week because how chaotic your week was. So then what's the answer? The answer is I'm just going to do what I can do.
Yeah.
If that means I have 40 minutes in the morning before or no time for the rest of the day, I'm just going to do whatever I can do in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Even if the structure said like you're supposed to do a 2-hour run, if you have 40 minutes, is it better to do a 2-hour run or no run because you can't do the 2, or a 40-minute run? It's better to do the 40-minute run.
Yeah.
So, and I think as you get like more experience in the gym, you get more used to like being able to toggle the switch.
Yeah.
Not from like 0 to 11, but you can kind of like put it at 6, put it at 9, put it at 5, put it whatever you gotta do for the day. But
yeah,
I mean, that's just a problem all the time. I think people are too stuck.
You see it a lot. Like when I did bodybuilding, right? A big thing with bodybuilding is nutrition and staying with a plan, whether you're doing like the macronutrient approach, meal plans, whatever. But what I've noticed that was very common is people were super dialed in. Everything was weighed to like the decimal, right? And then it's like, let's say they had something that was off their plan. They went out and they had like a donut or whatever. Then they're like, fuck it, the whole day's ruined. I'm going to eat like I've never eaten before. And
3 pieces from Domino's.
Dude, they would go
case of beer.
wild. Yeah. Yes. And it's like so common too, like after you finish a bodybuilding show to kind of go crazy because you've been 16 to sometimes up to like 30 weeks of like being so structured, like everything weighed, that like the show comes along, you finish the show and you're just like, all right, free for all, like I'm gonna go nuts. The stomach pain I had after my bodybuilding show was insane. I remember throughout the day, I'm eating a lot of sugary stuff so I could get like a pump and all that on stage. And then after, it's like, all right, well, I want cannolis and I want burgers. And then after, it's like, I get home and I'm after eating cannolis and burgers, and I'm like, I haven't had like any freedom, so I'm just gonna go nuts. And it's like, it's a binging party.
Yeah.
Like it's an eating disorder. Like it's not good at all. So it's again,
it's kind of good.
It's kind of good.
Not great,
But yeah, so it gets very iffy. But yeah, it's that binary mindset that you were talking about. That's like the first thing I thought about. Yeah.
Yeah, people aren't. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to like make one mistake when it comes to something that you have to be consistent about. Because, you know, you can rationalize anything. You could be like, well, I messed up. I'm a bad person. I had a donut, so I'm just going to like devour everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think that just trying to be like more kind to yourself and be like, because I don't think, obviously, I know you know this, but having a donut is not a problem. Having 12 donuts is a potential issue. Like if you woke up and all I ate, I'm missing things in this. I know that. But if I had 12 donuts and it was however many calories, it's just calories, carbohydrates, probably a tiny bit of protein and fat. And that's it. It doesn't make you a good or bad person. If you have all of your normal, like let's say you eat like a normal, you eat your maintenance volume, like the calories that just maintain you at your weight and keep you alive, everything's fine. And like you have a clean, perfect diet. And then you add 12 donuts, it's the excess that's the problem. But if you left room in what you were eating for a donut, you're not going to gain weight because you had the donut. Because you'll be at your maintenance or under your maintenance. So you can make a donut work if you're trying to like track your stuff. Yeah. But I just think people should have the donut. And I think to like the disordered eating stuff, I have found it very helpful with people of talking about like, give yourself the permission to eat the donut. Yeah. But just be like, I'm going to have a donut. I don't need to have 12 donuts. Because I think to this like, and I'm not an expert in disordered eating stuff. I just want to make that very clear. But this idea of like binge stuff, you like deprive yourself for so long. Yeah. That the moment the hatch opens, it's like, I'm going to devour everything. Yeah. And I cannot tell you how many people I've talked to at the gym that I'm like, oh, I had a donut last night. It was so good. Or this morning, whatever, this weekend. I don't know how you could do that. I would have 12 of them. I'm like, just... Or they're like, I can't believe you ate a donut. If I had a donut, I'd eat 100. I'm like, what if you just were like, can I get one donut, please? And then didn't berate yourself about having the donut. Yeah. Like you just had the donut, you enjoy the donut, and you just move on with your day. And then the next meal you have, you don't think about the donut. Unless, if you're tracking calories, sure, you can do that. But the next meal, just eat a whole food meal. Do you want a donut with every meal? Maybe not. Do you want ice cream with every meal? Maybe not. Do you want only protein with every meal? No, you need other stuff. So I just think it's back to the binary thing. It's like, well, if I have a donut, I have to have a dozen donuts. And it's like, whose rule is this? Well, who made this rule up for you? And it's like, that's the law of the universe. I'll get arrested. If I have a donut and don't eat 11 more, I'm going to prison. That's what my mom told me. Yeah. And it's like, okay.
They like swear by it.
Yeah. All the time. It's like, I don't know how you have M&Ms in your house. I'd eat the whole bag. It's like,
oh yeah.
Bro, why? Just eat a serving of M&Ms and close the bag and put it away. Yeah. And I know it's like not easy for some people. Like the food noise is really loud and I get that. But I think sometimes like giving yourself permission and saying like, I'm going to have this. It's going to be a decision of mine, not an urge that I like break into. I'm just going to have it. Yeah. And I'm going to put a bag away and I'm going to feel good about it. Because it's like I can control myself. So that's my spiel about that. Is don't restrict yourself. Have the damn donut. Just don't feel like there's a rule that you have to have 12 donuts if you have one donut. Yeah. I would love that rule. I wish that was a universal rule because I love donuts. But
I don't know. Like, one thing I can't control myself is Fresca's. Dude.
I guess we are both Diet Coke and Fresca fans, so I guess I'm full of shit.
Like,
I could drink 12 of those in a day.
Oh, God. Like, for dinner?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we're having dinner, and then, like, Marlise just hears me crack open another one. She's like, what number is that? And I'm like, this is number 4, and it's been an hour, and we can just stop
My wife
talking.
does the same thing to me. She started buying me a case of like sparkling waters from Trader Joe's that are all different flavors. And we'll go on Saturday. And the first time she did, I was so excited. And on Tuesday, I drank my last one. And sometimes I just like leave the empty can on my desk and I'll forget.
Right, like that one right there.
She did this thing where she put the sodas like in the garage near the recycling thing, not in it, and like lined them up. And on Tuesday, she was like, I cracked the last one for dinner. And this is like 3 days. It was like 12 drinks. And she was like, hey, this I thought was going to last you until Saturday. It's Tuesday. And I was like, oh, am I out? That's crazy, dude. And I had like 3 for dinner once. And she was like, what are you doing? I was like, they're just so good. I just can't help myself. So I do binge on fizzy drinks. I'm not going to lie about this.
It's so refreshing.
I know.
It's so refreshing.
I know. If you guys haven't had a Fresca or Diet Coke in a long time, and you're scared of the ingredients in there, first of all, one's not going to kill you. The same way one cigarette, don't go smoke cigarettes. That's not going to kill you either. Go try one and tell us if we're right. We're right. You could try to tell us if we're wrong. We're both not wrong. But try a Fresca. I'm actually partial to Coke Zero, if I'm going to be honest.
Okay, you're
Coke Zero, I'm a
guy.
big fan of. Diet Coke's also good. Frescas are incredible. I give those like a 9 out of 10.
Dude, they're so good.
And if they want to sponsor us, I think probably same company.
Probably.
We would gladly have a giant... I would sell out so quickly if one of these fizzy drink soda companies sponsored us. I mean, the whole wall.
Oh, dude.
I would tell you it's not negotiable. I
tattoo it on my neck.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to tattoo your soda company or fizzy drink company, caffeine or no caffeine, that's fine. On me or her.
I would do it.
I'm not only in, I'll drive wherever you want. Yeah. So, anyway... We're addicted.
Yeah. There was a period in time that was pretty extended. It wasn't a short period of time. But I don't do it anymore. But when me and Marley were first dating, we would get Frescas. She introduced me to Frescas, by the way, so that's on her.
Shame on her.
Yeah. And so
She's created an addict.
Yeah, okay? Exactly. And I would wake up in the middle of the night, and like middle of the night, like midnight, and you just hear... Because I was thirsty.
I'm not gonna lie, that is kind of unhinged. We're treading into territory that is wild.
I'm thirsty.
There's
in
water.
The middle of the night, I want something fizzy. And so she just hears, and she's just like, what the fuck? And so I'm drinking a Fresca in the middle of the night, and then I just put it by my bedside. I go to sleep. I wake up throughout the night just drinking it, whatever. And it would get to a point where I would like let it build up. And then, like, the side of my bed would have a ton of cans.
Oh,
because I'm like, you know what? I want to see how much I can...
How many you're doing.
Yeah, and it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's...
I no longer do that because...
You were losing your teeth?
No, my teeth are all here. But honestly, it's more because I don't want to have the walk from here to the bedroom to the fridge. It's a little longer than...
They sell mini fridges.
Bro... That would be amazing.
Listen, when this podcast takes off, the first thing that's happening is there's a mini fridge going in between us, wherever the studio is going to be. And there's
it's like a travel mini fridge. Wherever.
Yeah, and there's going to be different selections of fizzy drinks. Yeah. It has to happen.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'm too committed to them. They're just so good. I was talking to someone the other day, speaking of a lot of sugar consumption. We're the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so funny. We have friends with kids now.
Yeah.
And they're like, sometimes I think concerned about like what they eat, which rightfully so. I get it. And but I was talking to one of them the other day. I was like, hey, like, I think for like 6 years of my life, I ate pizza rolls and bagel bites.
We have the same diet.
My grandma would buy us like a 12-pack of Dr. Peppers.
Yeah.
Like for me and my brother would get one.
Yeah.
And I would drink 12 Dr. Peppers in a weekend. And she would buy the pizza rolls from Costco, the 100-pack.
Yeah.
Or the bagel bites. And that's the only thing I would eat for days on end.
Dude, we have the same diet.
I mean, that's probably why we like fizzy drinks.
Yeah.
All I drank when I was a kid was soda. And I think about how much soda I drank. My freshman year of high school, I went to Circle K and bought, You know those like Circle K big mugs?
Yes.
Like they handle the big blue ones? Every day I'd go to Circle K.
Oh,
every
gosh.
morning and fill it up with like Mountain Dew or Dr. Pepper.
Oh, God, that's
Every single day. It was like
Yeah.
64 ounces of soda.
Yeah.
No one thought about it that way.
That is...
No one. They just like, oh yeah, can I get a...
You're a kid drinking a ton of soda.
Here's 5 sodas for you.
Yeah.
So, we'll be all right.
Yeah. So, remember I mentioned in high school I weighed like 85 to 90 pounds?
Mm-hmm.
Every day after school, my mom would fry like a bag of Tostitos pizza rolls. Like she wouldn't put them in the microwave or the oven. She fried it. Oh my God, so good.
I've never had that before.
Bagel bites. It was either one of those two. And then like a plate. Like when I say a plate, like...
Stacked.
A plate of like French fries.
Oh my God.
And that's what I would have every day after school was Tostitos pizza rolls or bagel bites and like a giant plate of French fries. And it was just, like, I just think about it. Like, there was...
How incredible it was?
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Like, there was no... Right? Like, my mom just made food that was...
Available.
Yeah, available. We didn't come from a lot of money or
Yeah.
anything like that. So it was, like, what she could afford
Yeah.
with food stamps and all that. And, you know, once I got to college and I started the whole thing, like we mentioned about, like, learning about, you know, performance and all that.
Once we both got lame.
Yeah, right. I started learning more and life got boring. I started taking care of myself better in the nutrition side of things, and that sucked. But like, yeah, no, and like, I felt great in high school. Like I don't know. I also am blessed that like I didn't get like any type of illness or like became obese or anything. So there's that. But I just think about it and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know how we got away with it.
yeah.
But sometimes, like, and this is like, and I'm not saying okay, the potential for me to get some kind of sickness from prolonged exposure to some of these chemicals, I'm not saying, it's a non-zero chance, right? There is an opportunity, there's a chance that some of the stuff that has been in the United States, FDA approved stuff, sure, fine.
Yeah.
However, I think now about like how picky people are about some stuff, and then I think about that, and I'm like, we're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. Shut up.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. I ate bagel bites and government cheese. My childhood. We used to have like pickle sandwiches.
Yeah.
Because like we didn't have lunch meat, so it was like cheese, pickle, bread, and ranch. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. So sometimes I feel like the way you grow up can dictate a little bit of your food fears.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not scared of some of the stuff because, like, I ate all that stuff and, like, Twizzlers and Reese's Pieces bites.
Yeah.
We'll be okay.
You'll be okay.
You'll be okay.
Yeah.
Having them once, I had them for years straight. Right.
Yeah.
Right, it's all gone now. It's not like, you know what's crazy to me? I feel like some people think that stuff like stays in your system. It's not. Those bagel bites are not in me. The red 40 that might have been in Dr. Pepper is no longer inside.
Yeah.
Me. It's gone.
Yeah.
So like it's not doing any harm anymore. Maybe I have a Dr. Pepper here. You should listen to our nutrition advice. Eat bagel bites with Costco Ranch and Dr. Peppers if you're an elite athlete or general population. It's probably the best way to go. Would you concur?
So. Yes.
Carmen says that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That comes from Carmen.
Carmen literally told me that yesterday.
She texted me yesterday and said...
She was like, did you have your bagel bites
Did
today?
you have your bagel bites today before your workout? And did you have your post-workout bagel bites with your Diet Coke? She endorses this. Sorry, Carmen. Don't mean to air you out, dude. That's a personal problem at this point. We're certainly going to make a clip of this and tag you in it.
Oh, yeah. That'd be good.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
We'll have a good time with it. Maybe we get Carmen on here as our first guest.
Oh, dude, I would love that. She cracks me up. She's so funny.
I didn't know she was so good. She told me she was so good on camera. Did you know she used to do stuff on, like, I don't want to say this wrong, ESPN or something? She used to do, like, she was talking on a camera all the time.
Really? That doesn't surprise me. She's literally one of the greatest humans. Yeah.
Carmen, you're the best.
Yeah.
I messaged her as soon as the podcast started and was like, you have to be on here.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do a few more and get like this situated.
Yeah.
Because then we'd have to have a third seat.
Yeah.
Or just put her in the middle and hold her feet to the fire about how good bagel bites and pizza rolls are.
Yeah.
And just force her to tell people that they're the best. Because they are.
Yeah.
And Boston cream pie donuts. Those are also...
Dude, yes. Okay, yes.
Yeah. See, we didn't even know it. This is why we started the podcast together, because we both realized quickly that we were both kind of stupid. But we didn't know. You like Boston cream pie donuts?
Oh, dude, yeah.
Same. Dr. Pepper?
Yes.
Great. Bagel Bites, pizza rolls.
There we go. We are the same person.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Well, before we end this episode, I do want to mention something based on last episode. No. This is... My sister was listening to the podcast and to the episode, and she brought up how I mentioned that math teacher who told me about MIT. Yes. And I was like, well, now I got to go there. And she was like, I was so excited when you brought her up because I thought you were going to bring up the rumor about her not having any ears. And there was a missed opportunity. Yeah, so there was a rumor of this teacher that, like, she was teaching at that school for, like, 20, 30 years or whatever. And there was this long-standing rumor that she doesn't have any ears because her hair cuts it off. Like, because she always had her hair.
The rumors that kids come up with are the craziest things that ever exist.
I know, they're ruthless. Kids are ruthless.
Oh my god.
So much...
I would play into that so hard.
Dude, I know you would.
Oh my god, the way I'd have no ears so quickly. Like, I'd wear a balding kit and, like, pull them behind it and then make up that stuff and just, like, accidentally, like, oh my god, I let it slip. I would terrorize people. Whatever rumors that were normal, I am horrifying children by this. It'd be too funny not to. Or I'd start the rumors. Like, just tell someone, like, did you know his left foot is fake? Like, just say weird stuff to people. Just get it going. See what comes out.
Yeah. That would be great.
Did she have ears? Did you ever find out?
I never believed the rumor, but it's a long-standing rumor. But when my sister heard me mention her name in the last episode, she was like, that was a missed opportunity. Yeah. So I had to make sure that I put that in for this episode. So
is she alive?
I think so, yeah. I hope so. She was great.
Emails exist, dude.
Yeah.
You could just cold email her and be like, hi, I just want to validate a rumor that must have been true that you don't have ears.
Yeah.
Is this true or not? Also, thank you for encouraging me to go to MIT. Yeah. Because you have to give her something.
Yeah, like, hey, you've changed the trajectory of my life. But I'm so grateful.
I'd love to know this. Ears? Yeah. I've thought about this for 20 years.
No.
Every morning I wake up, I think about Miss Lamberto's ears. Yeah. I wake up and I touch my ears to make sure I have ears. It just has to be nice. So could you please tell me, Miss Lamberto? If someone can find Miss Lamberto from...
Worcester East Middle School.
Whatever she just said.
Yeah.
Worcester East, which is like the most Massachusetts thing I've ever heard.
Yep, Worcester East.
Middle school. Ask if Miss Lamberto has ears. And if she doesn't have ears, that's way cooler. I'll be upset if she has ears.
I know. I would honestly be like a letdown. Like, this rumor that's
okay, well, I'm going to go return my degree from MIT.
Yeah, it's literally worthless.
It kind of doesn't mean anything anymore because I joined MIT to make you new ears.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. All right, that's it, I think. That's a wrap. You're doing the outro.
Subscribe, like,
there we go.
Share. Thank you for listening.
Solid.
You guys are great.
Give us questions. The questions have run a little dry. Maybe it's because we're stupid and you don't want to listen to us anymore. But that's fine. We'll keep asking you for questions until you give them to me. And if not, we'll act like we got questions and just make them up.
Yeah.
And just talk about them randomly.
Yeah.
So either give us questions, like about the nutritional facts about bagel bites, or don't. Yeah. It's up to you. But do.
Yeah, I agree.
That's it.
All right, sweet. See ya. All right.